Over half a century ago, we took our first steps on the surface of the moon. Today there's a renewed passion to explore Mars and make humans multiplanetary. Now we ask the question, what would happen when SpaceX colonizes Mars? You are watching Hypothetical Experiments, and in this video we will show you Elon Musk's most detailed plan and timeline for colonizing Mars and making humans a multiplanetary species. First, in 2024, SpaceX plans to send cargo ships to Mars. These Starships will pave the way for humans to land on Mars in 2 years' time. These cargo ships will be delivering essential life support systems like solar panels, oxygen, water, waste management systems, and the first habitat pods. There will also be tools and equipment for experiments and many more. One of the Starships will be carrying the Starlink satellites, which it will deploy in orbit before landing on Mars. These will be needed to create the Martian Starlink. There will be lots of solar panels on the list. Solar panels on Mars are only 43% as effective as they are on Earth. Robots and rovers will deploy the solar arrays. Robots will begin drilling for icy water and taking CO2 from the Martian atmosphere to turn it into oxygen, water, and methane fuel. Rovers will begin flattening the ground to create a large flat landing pad. The first Starships will inject between 100 to 150 tons of payload on Mars. If all of these prove successful, then in 2026, SpaceX will land 2 cruise ships and 2 more cargo ships on Mars. On a mission to make life sustainable and multiplanetary, Elon Musk said, the goals of these initial missions is to find the best source of water and build the propellant plant. So with up to 6 ships, there will be plenty of landed mass on Mars. Life on Mars will be harsh. The average temperature outside is minus 63 degrees Celsius and a max of 20 degrees Celsius. Sandstorms are common on Mars and they can cover the entire planet. Mars also experiences quakes. Mars is also in a bad patch of space where it is constantly bombarded by space rocks. The astronauts would have to stay on Mars for 2 years and 2 months. A day on Mars is about 24 hours 37 minutes long. The Martian gravity is only 38% that of Earth, so unpacking and carrying heavy objects is made easier. Once systems have been unpacked and deployed, the next task will be starting production of cryomethane fuel, which will be needed for the return trip to Earth. The astronauts will be using Martian soil as 3D printing materials. There will also be an indoor cultivation of the Martian soil. NASA will pack plants that have been genetically engineered to grow on Mars. Crops such as potatoes, tomatoes, beans, and carrots will be grown on Mars. The astronauts' waste will be recycled and used as fertilizer for the plants. Soon, the Martian base will also have delivery of animals such as fish. On Earth, SpaceX plans to build factories that will produce 2 Starships per week, each one costing $5 million, 104 Starships per year, and about 216 Starships built in 2 years, ready for each launch window. SpaceX Starship is a super heavy, fully reusable system designed to carry humans and cargo to Earth's orbit, the Moon, Mars, and beyond. The SpaceX Starship will be the world's most powerful launch vehicle ever built. It would have a height of 120 meters, diameter of 9 meters, and payload capacity in excess of 100 tons. Earth and Mars orbit the Sun at different speeds, so there is only a launch window every 2 years, when Earth and Mars are at their closest. During the launch window, there are only a few as 12 days to launch, and each day the launch window reaches from 30 minutes to 2 hours. After 2 years have passed, the Starship on Mars will launch back for Earth, carrying the entire 30% crew, and the second group of settlers will land on Mars at this time. The first architects will arrive on Mars, along with other privately paying individuals who will be paying millions of dollars each. The rest will be engineers, farmers, and scientists. The first permanently constructed greenhouse domes will be constructed, and the settlers will eat Mars-grown food. Constructions of permanent refueling stations and 3D printed habitats will begin. The Space Factory 3D printer will use a mixture of Martian soil and lab-grown plants. The 3D printed outer shell will provide protection from radiation and the inflatable inner shell for more safety. By 2030, as more sophisticated and larger crop facilities will be built, generating majority of the food for the Martian settlers, Elon Musk also plans to use his boring company to digging underground habitats on Mars. By 2032, space agencies from all around the world may begin sending their equipment and scientists to the Mars base. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origins may be open for delivery for space agencies and then private clients. By now, they may transport fishes on Earth to make an aquatropic greenhouse, as there will now be enough water produced on Mars. Back on Earth, a fleet of Starships will be waiting for the launch window in low Earth orbit, and when the launch window opens, they will fly to Mars as a fleet. In the year 2035, Earth and Mars will be closer than usual. This is called a parahelic opposition. The journey will be shortened from around 8 months to 5. Hundreds of settlers will now land on Mars. Autonomous industrial-scale 3D printers will now be used to grow the international habitats. It will expand to become a town-sized settlement. The construction of a Martian hospital will be likely to begin at this time, as a great number of people will decide to stay on Mars. By now, there may be Martian TV shows and even weddings. By 2040, Elon Musk's boring company may begin digging underground tunnels. By 2044, the construction of a nuclear power plant might begin, reducing for the need of additional solar panels. We will also be expecting the first human born on Mars at this time. By now, the population on Mars will be up to 7,000 humans. 2046 will be the year of the Martian explorers, the first human to climb Olympus Mons, the tallest mountain and volcano in the solar system. This mountain is 2.5 times taller than Mount Everest. Schools will be built on Mars as workers will begin moving their families to Mars. 2051 will be another great crossing. The close orbits of Earth and Mars will allow for another mass movement of people and equipment. Government officials from different nations will make the crossing. Blue Origin's orbiting manufacturing space station will arrive in Martian orbit, where it will process asteroids for rare minerals. Elon Musk will open the first Tesla factory on Mars, where things will be manufactured, recycled, assembled, and maintained. By now, the Martian colony should produce all of its water, breathable air, food, and fuel, making it self-sufficient. For the next 26 months, when Earth and Mars aligns, nearly 100,000 people will be sent to Mars, to add up to the golden number Musk keeps referring to, 1 million people. 1 million people is how many people he believes will need to live on Mars to make the population more sustainable and distinct from Earth. And that is how many people he estimates that will be needed to recreate Earth's entire industrial base, so that they can build, manufacture, and process anything without relying on Earth. One day, the first Mars-born human will visit Earth. He will be assisted by a robotic suit that will help support him in the heavy Earth's gravity. Talking about Mars-born babies, what would happen when the first human is born on Mars would be a topic for another video. What do you think the day the first Mars-born human will visit Earth would be like? Please tell me in the comments. As for me, that would be such a cool day. Maybe we'll have to add planets of birth to birth certificates. So, what are your thoughts? Do you have any questions, thoughts, or comments? Please write them to me in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you will always be notified when we upload a new video like this one. Doing that will help the channel grow and create better videos. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new today, then give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching this video to the end, and see you in another awesome video.